Looked like a little touch there, didn't it?
That's another one. That's better than the doggy touch, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm in. There we go. Hello guys and welcome back. Something a little different for you today. I'm out on the boat with my brother and dad. They've come down to visit me from the southeast of England. And we are going to go out with the underwater camera and try to hit a few fish and show you what's going on under the waves when we're fishing. Sit back and enjoy, guys. This doggy's pickup registered a typical knock on the rod tip. Just had a knock on the sand eel bait. You can see as it makes off with the bait, the rod tip action really grabs my attention. There you go, and another knock there. That's another knock, lovely. A second dogfish now joins in to see what all the commotion's about. Munch on it. There we go, a couple more hits. Even with them swimming so aggressively with the bait in their mouth, I'm still only registering small taps on the rod tip. This fish carrying the bait along eventually ends up rejecting it and spitting it out. Go on, away you go. There we go. The drop bait on the floor is then picked up by the second dogfish in a manner strong enough to make me want to strike the rod. We're into something. What do we have? It's Mr. Dogfish. Oh, a little sod. And he just let go at the last moment. Out goes another cast. The water depth is around 45 feet and we're fishing over, as you can see, a sandy, shingly bank. You can see in the top left this dogfish with the bait in its mouth swim along and then just spit it out and reject it. It doesn't come back. The pulling and moving motion that you can see on the camera is just simply the large wave motion from above, where the boat lifts up and pulls the whole rig left to right, front to back. Looked like a little touch there, didn't it?
That's another one. That's better than the doggy touch, isn't it?
This fish registered a sharp pull down on the rod tip, and rightly called by Matt, it didn't look like a doggy bite. Amazingly, this fish just swims straight past the bait, rejecting it and leaving it be. You can see the ray on the hunt in the background for food. I'm still stood above with the rod in my hand, waiting for a bite to develop, thinking there's a fish down there chewing on my bait. now probably been a couple of minutes of time that's elapsed since that first knock from the first inquiry. Still with the rod in hand, I get another few knocks on the rod tip. I think that it's the same first fish just sitting on the bait eating it. Clearly it was a second fish, and then a third fish and a fourth fish coming along. All the while with these fish having a go at the bait, I'm getting registers on the rod tip with taps and little flutters and little sharp pull downs. Stood there with the rod in my hand some 50 feet above, in my mind's eye I was certain it was just a single fish having a go at the bait, and I was just sitting there waiting for the fish to finish eating for me to be able to set the hook correctly on it. With the hook bait pulled off camera now to the right hand side, you will just see the wing of a larger fish entering shot. This one does settle over the bait and takes his time to actually sit and eat the bait down. Whilst this was happening, on the rod tip I was receiving only the very occasional small tap, nothing to write home about, and unbeknown to me, a fish sitting right over the top of my hook bait. With a couple more uniform pulls and shudders, I decided to just pull down into it and see if there was a fish on. Oh, sorry, Matt. Yeah, I'm in. There we go. At this point, unfortunately, the camera had doubled back on itself and wasn't picking up the full fight or facing down as it's supposed to be, more facing off to the side. It's a bouncer. Ooh. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, monsieur. Smalleye, yeah. Nice smalleye, that one. Yeah. Hang on. Let me grab the... Let me grab it. Yeah.
That's a proper one.
Got to be nearly £10, that.
Yeah,
with the rods back out and the bait back in position, this fish, after first having a good look at the camera, wasted no time in going to the bait, picking it up and running off with it in one. On boat level, there was no chance of me getting any of the bite on film, as the rod simply hooped over and I had to reach and grab for the rod before it went in. I think it's the raised towel, but unfortunately, as per the first fish, this one knocked the camera to face an odd angle and the whole of the fight was not really filmable. What I did pick up through the fight was numerous occasions where the fish actually was trying to stick itself to the bottom, and the fight feeling on the surface level was at times really reflecting that, with periods where it was almost a stalemate with no movement from down below and me not being able to make any ground on the fish at all. However, as soon as the fish starts to take a bolt for freedom and releases its grip off the bottom, you then get quite an easy run to start to ease it up to the surface. You can see in this next shot here the way the camera has twisted and is facing horizontally rather than directly down to the fish. Amazing creatures. Anyway, that'll do for this week. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does cost nothing and all of your support is greatly appreciated. See you again.